Have you ever woken up feeling like the weight of yesterday is still sitting on your chest? That feeling of dread, replaying mistakes, and wondering if you'll ever get it right? I know I have. We all have those days, those weeks, even those months where it feels like we're stuck in a loop of our own failures. But what if I told you there's a secret, a simple truth that can change everything? It's right there, every single day, waiting for you. It's the sunrise. Every morning is a brand new chance. Let me tell you a story about a guy named Leo. Leo was a potter, not a famous one. Just a guy in a small town with a dusty little studio. For years, he had a dream to create a vase so beautiful, so perfect, that it would win the grand prize at the annual state fair. It was his everything. He'd sketch designs, mix clays, and spend countless hours at his potter's wheel, his hands covered in a second skin of earth and water. But Leo was his own worst critic. Each time he finished a vase, he'd find a flaw, a tiny bubble in the glaze, a slight wobble in the base, a curve that wasn't quite as graceful as he'd imagined. He'd hold the finished piece up to the light, turn it over and over, and his heart would sink. Not good enough, he'd mutter, and with a heavy sigh, he'd take the vase and smash it into 100 pieces. Shards of his hopes and hard work would litter the floor, a mosaic of his perceived failures. His friends would come by and see the beautiful, discarded pieces. "Leo, this is stunning. Why did you break it?" they'd ask, bewildered. Leo would just shake his head. It wasn't perfect. This cycle went on for years. The pile of broken pottery behind his studio grew into a small, colorful mountain. The state fair came and went, and Leo never even entered. He was too afraid of not being the best, too paralyzed by the idea of imperfection. He was trapped by the ghosts of yesterday's broken vases. One morning, after a particularly frustrating night where he'd smashed 3 vases, Leo felt completely defeated. He didn't even want to get out of bed. The sun streamed through his window, but he just pulled the covers over his head. He was ready to give up, to close his studio for good. What was the point? He was just a failure who made beautiful trash. Just then, his elderly neighbor, Clara, knocked on his door. Clara was a gardener, and her yard was a vibrant explosion of color, a testament to her patience and love. She held a small, potted sapling in her hands. "Leo," she said with a gentle smile, "I thought your windowsill looked a little bare." Leo mumbled a thank you and placed the pot by the window, not giving it much thought. He spent the day in a fog of self-pity, avoiding his studio entirely. The next morning, the first thing he saw was that little sapling, its leaves reaching eagerly for the sunlight. Something about it caught his attention. He looked out at Clara's garden. He'd seen it 1,000 times, but today he saw it differently. He saw flowers that were past their prime, with wilted petals. He saw branches that had been pruned back. He saw empty patches of soil where seeds had failed to sprout. Yet, the garden as a whole was breathtakingly beautiful. It wasn't perfect, but it was alive, vibrant, and constantly changing. Clara was out there, humming a tune as she gently watered a new bloom. She wasn't lamenting the flowers that had faded yesterday. She was nurturing the ones that were growing today. And that's when it hit Leo like a lightning bolt. Clara didn't see the wilted petals as failures. She saw them as part of a natural cycle, making way for new growth. Every single morning, she wasn't mourning the garden of yesterday. She was celebrating the garden of today and tending to the promise of tomorrow. A new energy surged through Leo. He walked into his studio, the morning light illuminating the dust motes dancing in the air. He looked at his potter's wheel not as a stage for perfection, but as a place of creation. He took a deep breath, grabbed a fresh lump of clay, and sat down. This time, his mindset was different. He wasn't chasing some mythical, flawless vase. He was just making. He let his hands guide the clay, feeling its texture, enjoying the process. He wasn't thinking about the state fair or what anyone else would think. He was just present, in that moment, with his craft. When he finished, the vase wasn't perfect by his old standards. There was a small imperfection in the glaze, a spot where the color was a little lighter. The old Leo would have raised a hammer without a second thought, but the new Leo looked at it and smiled. He saw the story in that little flaw. He saw the morning he decided to try again. He saw the lesson from Clara's garden. The imperfection didn't make the vase ugly. It made it unique. It made it his. He didn't stop there. He started seeing the mountain of broken pottery behind his studio, not as a graveyard of failures, but as a quarry of possibilities. He gathered the colorful shards and began to create mosaics, beautiful, intricate panels where the broken pieces came together to form something new and even more stunning. His failures became the very material of his new art form. People were mesmerized. They saw beauty not in the absence of flaws, but in the celebration of them. Leo's story isn't just about pottery. It's about us. How many times have we let yesterday's mistakes, yesterday's broken pieces, define our today? We carry them around, letting them weigh us down and prevent us from even trying. We tell ourselves, I messed up, so I can't, or I failed, so I'm a failure. But that's a lie. The truth is, every single morning, the sun rises and offers you a clean slate. It doesn't care if you stumbled yesterday. It doesn't judge you for the goals you didn't meet or the words you wish you could take back. The light that fills your room is a silent invitation, a powerful reminder. Today is a new day. Today is a new chance. A chance to forgive yourself. A chance to try again. Maybe a little differently this time. A chance to learn from the broken pieces and build something new with them. You're not the sum of your past mistakes. You are the accumulation of your present efforts. Your potential isn't determined by what you broke yesterday, but by what you choose to build today. Just like Leo, you can change your perspective. You can stop chasing an impossible standard of perfection and start embracing the beautiful, messy, wonderful process of growth. So, tomorrow morning when you wake up, I want you to do something for me. Before you check your phone, before you let the worries of the day rush in, just take a moment. Look at the light. Take a deep breath and say to yourself, this is a new chance. A chance to be kinder, to work smarter, to love deeper, to create something, to simply be a better version of yourself than you were yesterday. Don't let the ghosts of your past smash the potential of your present. Pick up your clay, whatever that may be for you, and start again. Thank you so much for spending this time with me today. If this story resonated with you, please hit the like button and subscribe for more content to help you build your best life. Remember to share this with someone who might need to hear it. Every morning is a gift. Unwrap it with gratitude and use it wisely. See you in the next video.